Yes, my beautiful friends, and welcome to Crete, Greece. Travel or a busy life can truly make nourishing ourselves extremely difficult, but I'm here to share some simple meals and tips, but also show you the reality of not being YouTube perfect. So without further ado, let's get into the food. Dinner served. We are kicking off day one with a yogurt bowl as my camera slowly but surely slides away because this kitchen is way too small and makes filming extremely difficult. So I'm sorry for this bad angle, but got some almond yogurt into a bowl along with some granola cereal. Had like chocolate chips in it, pumpkin seeds, and goji berries, and then munch on a plum that our host just randomly dropped off like a big bag of plums. So you'll be seeing lots of plums in this video. I had 2 of those and then got into my yogurt bowl. I would say this yogurt is not great. It's grainy, it's weird. I didn't really enjoy it, but moving on to lunch and being in my bikini because that's like living my best life ever. I had some leftovers from dinner last night. It was some massaged kale, some roasted red peppers, this like chickpea salad thing, and then this lentil spread. It's like hummus, but with lentils. I also had some leftover crackers that I munched on everything with, and this was super nourishing, cooling as well, especially on a hot day. Having a meal like this is incredible. I got a chickpea salad from a can. I have some roasted red peppers that are also from a jar. Massaged kale. Literally just made my life so much easier, but there's enough seasoning, enough flavor, enough salt, enough chili flakes, and I'm happy. Not every meal that you have has to be fully homemade. There can be some elements, but take some stuff off your back and try something new. This was the most incredible thing. I truly did not think that I could eat all of this. She brings it out and I'm like, holy crap, like this is massive. I will not finish this. This is not gonna happen. I'm gonna be so full, so uncomfortable. But it's a crepe. It's a crepe. It's light, it's fluffy, it's delicious. It's smothered in dark chocolate and like sour cherries. This was literally my dream. I'm not really like a lover of sweets, so this was incredible. Like the chocolate had enough sweet, but the cherries have balanced it all out. You can see in my face, I am just fully enjoying this bite after bite after bite. It was amazing. The gooiness, everything about it. And your reminder to eat a dessert in the middle of the day. If you have a craving, go for it, man. Life is worth living. A bit later in the evening, I got into cooking dinner, and as I mentioned, this kitchen is extremely small, so filming having the camera on the same table that I'm chopping things is just not a thing that I could do. So you are sitting on the sink while I've smushed myself in between the stove and the table. Now we open the new one. I'm wasting so much money on small bottles of oil because I always think, I'm like, well, we're probably not going to go through 100 milliliters of oil before we fly next. And then we went through 3. So, oh no, and the lid isn't opening on this one. It's like one of those ones where it's like the metal like tabs. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, that hurts my soul. It never comes off. Oh my god. Success. Okay. Our only stirring utensil, a metal spoon. Okay, if I could go into an Airbnb, every single Airbnb out there in the entire world, and set up a kitchen that's actually functional, I feel like that would be my full-blown purpose in the world. But anyways, we got some veggies in our pan, nice and sauteed, and once they are soft and have a little bit of brown on them, I added some kale along with some balsamic vinegar. Everything was seasoned really well with salt, pepper, and chili flakes. I also munched on this entire bag of olives. Not in one go, but this is the only time I'm showing you the olives, and I ate them all over the course of like 2 or 3 days. I would, you just have a couple olives here and there. Like, there's no point in pulling out the camera. Anyways, I added some vegan pesto to the veggies along with a good splash of water just to make sure everything could combine well. And then got the pasta in there too, mixed everything up. Dinner served. And then opened more cans of super appealing chickpea salad. This was a different chickpea salad than the one that we had this afternoon, but it was flavored with like lemon and pepper and I think dill as well. I would say take it out of the can, add more lemon, add more pepper, add more dill, use it as a base, but don't be scared to flavor it yourself. And then a little bit later in the evening, we met up with some girls, and we didn't feel like a cocktail, so we both got a smoothie and a shot of tequila, because balance, right? And we finished the evening dancing on the beach to German techno music with these Swiss girls because they know good music and the clubs and bars that we were at did not. So we're like, you know what? Let's just go grab the speaker, have a dance party on the beach, and frickin' have a great time by ourselves. This morning, starting it off with another yogurt bowl, got lots of chia seeds, walnuts, pumpkin seeds, goji berries, and then had a couple more plums. And we had to get out of the Airbnb today, so I munched on the last of these vegan cookies, and then we went out for a cappuccino, an oat milk cappuccino, which have been like my new favorite thing. I'm usually an Americano girl, which then I had a second cup of coffee on this day, but I was at a beach, so it makes everything okay. I also got a banana smoothie because I thought that the banana smoothie would actually be bananas because there's pictures of real bananas on the thing, but it wasn't. It was like a syrup of fake banana flavoring. It was okay, but it wasn't the vibe. On the way to the beach, I also ate 2 bananas while I was driving. Sorry I didn't film it, but I was driving. I was just on a banana kick today. And then we decided to face our fears and stand up on a really high cliff and jump. After a beautiful beach moment, I had a beautiful gorge moment, but of course, as soon as we show up, it starts to get super gloomy and dark and windy and cold, but there was a goat, so everything's okay. And then a cute local boy was showing me around, so let's just have that moment. We got ourselves a bottle of rosé and then had to put it in the cool, fresh running water of this gorge to cool it down because it was not good warm. Also munched on a bunch of hummus and these breadsticks and just enjoyed the view while living my life. We nuzzled ourselves in a little cave to protect ourselves from the cold wind raininess of the day, but the views were incredible. And to end the night, cute local Greek boy took me out to a restaurant that he knew about hiding away in the mountains in a cute little town. And I ate a big plate of vegetables with bread. I was doused in olive oil and lemon, and it was incredible. But I didn't film it because I was in the moment, and I'm sorry. But just imagine the vibes. Put yourself in the vibes.
I'd like to thank Squarespace, as always, for sponsoring today's video. I truly love them and appreciate them, and you can build a beautiful website using their resources for a very reasonable price. Maybe... Okay, but for real, head to squarespace.com, choose one of their beautiful templates that they have available to you, and make it your own, unique to whatever you want to do and present to the world. Or you can leave it the exact same. Totally understand that not everyone is creative, so starting off with something that's already beautiful is a great kickoff point for your business. Whether you've got clients to book or products to sell, Squarespace has got your back. You can set up your payment processes very easily with a few clicks. Something I also love about the design process is that you can add a section to a pre-designed template and create something unique in that section. Whether it's adding a photo box, some more text, a button, whatever you've got going on, you can choose something that's already well designed, but also make it unique. And once you've built that email list, you can send out beautiful email campaigns that are pre-designed by Squarespace. So if you'd like to try out Squarespace, then head to squarespace.com for a free trial. Yes, a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, head to squarespace.com/Julia Ayres to get 10% off of your first purchase of a domain or website. And a massive thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. I very much appreciate them. Goodbye. I don't know what this was.
Hello there, my beautiful friends. I hope you're having a great day. I am currently roaming the streets of Rethymno, Crete, and I need to ship what's in this bag back to Canada because I just don't want it in my backpack. There's no use for it anymore. It's gone. It needs to go. Trying to find a box in this place is impossible because they don't just have like shipping boxes for sale in the post office like they would do in Canada. I'm roaming the streets asking businesses for a box. None of them will give me a box. Wish me luck. That's the one I want. I mean, it kind of looks gross, but whatever. Shipping that box was a whole morning affair. The line at the post office was a million acres long, and then when I got up to the counter, the guy told me I had to do it online first before I got in line. So I just wasted a whole bunch of time. Luckily, I was still in the queue, so they helped me, but it wouldn't let me put the right postal code in. It was a whole thing. After that, I took myself out for a much needed nourishing meal. The yellow stuff is this yellow split pea dish with a bunch of spices and olive oil. And then I got a big bowl of sauteed mushrooms, which was so good, with balsamic vinegar, onion, rosemary. I'm sure there's some other spices in there too, but they were just perfectly cooked, so delicious. And then in the small bowl, the red stuff is like smashed tomato with basil and oregano and olive oil. Everything was incredible. And then I also ordered an Americano with some oat milk. I was so shocked at the quality, the flavor. Everything was just so fresh and delicious. I would go back and eat the exact same meal again. Without a doubt, any day. That meal satisfied me for like the rest of the day. I found myself checking into my hostel and getting into the kitchen a number of hours later. Started off by chopping up some onion, just a couple small onions along with a couple carrots, and then smashing some garlic as well and just roughly chopping it up. And I picked up an aubergine, an eggplant, got that into quarters, threw that all into a pan along with a decent amount of olive oil, let that do its thing for a hot minute while I started chopping up some fresh veggies. We got, well, everything was fresh veggies, some cucumber, red onion, some fresh dill, and just like really chopped the dill up because it's going to be going into a salad. After the veggies in the pan started to get a little bit of browning on them, I seasoned them with a decent amount of salt and a good splash of water. And then I picked up this spice. This woman said it was kind of like a soup spice, but it had a lot of different ingredients in it. I cannot remember everything that she listed. All I know is that it tastes delicious. I also threw some dill in there and then got some lentils into a pot. I munched on these biscuits. Same thing with the olives. I would just have a biscuit here and there throughout the next few days. But I ate this entire box of biscuits before the end of this video, just so you guys know. Biscuits were a high quality moment in my diet. To the veggies, I added water as needed just to make sure everything cooked well. The carrots needed a little bit more help to cook. I also threw in some orzo in with the lentils, just kind of timed everything so the lentils took longer to cook than the orzo, so threw the orzo in after the lentils had been cooking for a while, just so I only had to use one pot. There's only 2 burners, so 2 pots. I mixed together a salad with the lentils, orzo, cucumber, red onion, dill, lots of lemon juice, olive oil, salt, pepper, and then plated up the cooked veggies, our aubergine, carrot, onion. Oh, this was so flavorful and delicious. Low and slow, simple, only a few ingredients, but I think, honestly, you only need a few ingredients and to season everything properly and just allow the right amount of cook time to make something taste delicious. And because our plate of veggies is super rich in flavor, having a little bit of freshness and more relaxed flavor with our salad, this was so delicious, so perfect, so nourishing, and I would highly recommend. And the next day, I took myself out for an oat milk cappuccino. All I wanted to do was play solitaire, eat some breakfast, and allow my brain to just be with myself. I ordered a almond yogurt bowl, but I'm pretty sure that this was regular yogurt. It was named the almond bowl, and I'm 99% sure it had a V beside it, but I think maybe that V meant vegetarian, not vegan. And I swear I thought it said almond yogurt, but it tasted really good. But I think it was just like authentic Greek yogurt. Hey, it is what it is. Sometimes there's confusion while you're traveling, and then you win a game of solitaire and life is okay. And then you move on, and it is what it is. I had to do some computer work later on in the afternoon, so I relaxed, ate some leftovers, had a bunch of olives. This is my second bag of olives, by the way. Finished that bag as well, just so you know. And then we got into making dinner. This onion did not want to be cut. That was a hard onion to cut. I then eventually got into it and chopped it up into tiny little pieces. And I picked up a big thing of oyster mushrooms. So I just kind of tore them apart into tiny little bits and then chopped up a carrot as well. We are making like an orzo risotto type deal. So I got my onions and carrot into the pan, allowed them to fry until the onions started to get a little bit brown. I then transferred it out of the pot into a bowl and then got my mushrooms in there along with some garlic, and then allowed some lentils to soak for a hot minute as well in some hot water. Once the mushrooms had cooked down and started to brown a little bit, I threw the onions and carrot back in there and seasoned everything with a good amount of salt. A tip to cook mushrooms is just throw them in the pan with some olive oil and allow them to do their thing. Don't season them until afterwards, because they're already excreting so much moisture, and you just need to allow the moisture to release so that way they can brown. Anyways, we got some coconut milk in there along with our soup Greek spice. You can just add a bouillon cube if you want to recreate this recipe at home. And then I did not measure the orzo. I was going for it, and the orzo bag actually cracked, so that's why the orzo is in the digestive biscuit box. I also had to add a few splashes of water here and there just to allow things to cook, because this pot did not have a lid, so a lot of the moisture was evaporating. Once it was all cooked, however, I added a half a can of peas. I wanted some greenness in the dish, but the peas did not add any greenness to this dish. It just looks really bland and dull, but it was very flavorful. Topped it off with some lemon juice as well, because I find anything that's rich and creamy and full of flavor, you need a little bit of lemon juice to kind of bring that freshness to it. I did have to add a little bit more of salt and pepper to it, but hey, that's the name of the game. Season until you're happy with it. Ate that bowl and then had to go back for seconds.
Whoa, what is happening? Sorry, I'm taking you. Say hi. Hello. Okay, the fishy goes swimming in the rapid. Oh my gosh. It's not good. Yeah, it is. You did it. It's living the best life. What are you doing? She looks like a demon, like. Oh my God, Julia, where are you? There's nothing around, so you can just go. It's so fun. Do you feel free? Yes. She looks like a drunk one.
After being my crazy self and doing my spins on the beach and hanging out with the girls, we then found ourselves at a bar and grabbed a drink, and then eventually found ourselves at a club, which then led to us eating fries at 4 in the morning. Club story for a hot second. Paid the admission fee, went in, they bring you to the bar, they give you your tickets, they tell you, get a drink, it's on us, right? Well, we were like, okay, shot of tequila, so that way we don't have to hold a drink. We can just go and dance after our shot of tequila. Everyone agreed. We talk to the bartender, we give the tickets, we say, 1 shot of tequila for us, for all of us. And he's like, you can get 12 shots of tequila with these tickets. So I'm like, what? 3 shots of tequila each? And he's like, yeah. I look back at the girls, look at him again, look back at the girls, look at him again. And I say, okay. We do 3 shots of tequila back to back to back. Smartest decision? No. Fun decision? Yes. But hello, good morning. A cappuccino is needed.
She wants to be in a shot. You
No, like
you need to scooch around a little bit.
No, I don't. I just wanted to see it.
Yeah, what about?
What?
Yeah, whatever.
I got myself a chocolate protein smoothie because I feel like that was the only thing my body could fully digest at that moment in time. And I also topped it off with some peanut butter. A little bit later, I was feeling a lot better, and I munched on my leftover orzo risotto type thing, added some fresh lemon juice, and I was in a little bit of a rush today to check out of this hostel and go to the new place and all of the things, so I just ate it cold. It is what it is. This is life sometimes. Cold leftovers. I munched on 2 bananas, just so you know. Got myself a little drink for the road and found myself at 10 p.m. sitting on a ferry eating a packaged salad that I had to pick mozzarella cheese out of. This is the luxuries of life sometimes. Luckily, I had some olive oil with me, some balsamic vinegar, I had salt, I had pepper, I had some chili flakes. I made my own little dressing on top of this salad, and for that, I am happy to travel with a decent amount of ingredients. Like a whole bag within my backpacking bag is just full of ingredients like oil, pepper, spices, cocoa powder, goji berries, pumpkin seeds, just some essentials that I feel like you need to have with you. I feel like when you do overnight travel, you don't know when the one day ends and the next day begins. I slept on 2 chairs pushed up against each other on a ferry with an eye mask on, and that was just my life. So the next morning, I took myself out for a cappuccino and then found myself at this, fresh, raw, smoothie, healthy place. And this bar, this chocolate peanut butter deliciousness was so freaking good. The salad could have used a little bit more flavor, not gonna lie, but I ordered this peanut butter Asian-inspired salad with like slaw and chickpeas, and it had pineapple in it, avocado, so it was very nourishing. My body very much needed a fresh bowl of deliciousness, but it needed a little bit more peanut butter and soy sauce and spiciness, in my opinion. But hey, that's the reality of ordering things out. Sometimes they're not exactly the way that you want them, but it's okay. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video and got some value out of it in some way or another. I'm sending you so much love and light, and I just want to remind you to live your life. Have fun, connect with people, enjoy yourself, say yes a little bit more, and allow yourself to fall into the flow. Because there are a billion years of forces that have brought you to this point. For why, we will not know. Everything is what it is, and it will be what it will be. But love more, the world needs it. Mwah!